I have received a lot of inquiries about the status of the ex parte motion pending in the case of Alvey v. Trump, case number 490. All I can tell you is no news is good news. I like to believe, since the evidence is overwhelming, that Trump has aided and comforted insurrectionists. The judge is now struggling with the mechanics of firing Trump. He has to decide on who will become the receiver and who will execute his judicial orders. His decision will be momentous. Fortunately, Trump has done everything he can do to make the decision to fire him easy to reach. He is destroying the economy. He has shown his disdain for the rule of law. He has declared his intention to neuter the judiciary. The list goes on, and I believe the judge understands the urgency. Assuming, however, the judge may be laboring over whether Trump engaged in insurrection or aided those who did, it might be helpful for him to know there is additional reliable evidence available. I suggest that everyone who wishes to present this evidence write the following letter to Judge Claude M. Hilton, 401 Courthouse Square, Alexandria, Virginia, 22314. Dear Judge Hilton, I understand that you must make a finding of fact prior to issuing a decision on the ex parte motion in Alvey v. Trump. If you are unable to establish that Donald Trump engaged in insurrection or provided aid or comfort to individuals committing insurrection solely through judicial notice of the substantial evidence available, I request the opportunity to attend a hearing and provide testimony. Additionally, if you are unable to determine that the Supreme Court misquoted Section 5 of the 14th Amendment in Trump v. Anderson, using that misquotation as a basis for its decision, I am prepared to testify to that fact as well, and to clarify how that analysis based on a misquotation gaslighted me and the American people, leaving me and them to believe that no one was free to report Trump's insurrectionist activities and invoke the remedy provided for in the 14th Amendment. Please inform me if a hearing is necessary, along with its date and time, so that I may make the necessary arrangements to attend. It is extremely important that you send your letter as soon as possible. I request that you let me know if you did send the letter. I understand there are other ex parte motions pending now in other federal district courts. A similar letter should be sent to the judge handling those motions too. I hope that the D.C. and Maryland federal courts have received complaints and ex parte motions too. As a way of a personal anecdote, I first met Judge Hilton about 35 years ago. I had the occasion to be in his chambers to receive his endorsement on an order. While there, I noticed he enjoyed collecting railroad paraphernalia. I told him the true story of a man named Flagler who built a railroad stretching from the northern to the southern tip of Florida at great financial and human cost. It was customary at the time, upon the completion of a new railroad, for all other railroad tycoons to be invited to the grand opening. Flagler sent out his invitations and received no acceptances. One tycoon, however, wrote and informed Flagler that they only attended grand openings for real railroads and not for little regional enterprises. Flagler immediately responded by telegraph with the following: "My railroad might not be as long as yours, but it's just as effing wide." I don't know if Judge Hilton remembers me or my story, but I do know he is aware that it's hard to stop a train, and he also knows when a train wreck is coming.